Over the past week, I've been in the market for a new car. This car of mine here has been around for the better part of, let's say, 10 years in my life, and I'm in need of a new one. Hey, it's CK, and welcome back to 52 Skills in 52 Weeks. This week was cars. Now, I'm in my car right now, my car that I have currently, but over the past week, I have been looking into getting a new car. Now, I've never been much of a car person. I don't know much about how cars work, how they move. I do know how to change a tire. I did actually have to change my wife's tire last week. The past week has been me researching how cars work, what cars good versus bad, how to determine safety rating and what you want in a car. Because for me, I've had this 2012 Nissan Versa where I got this car from my mom. I just loved the car. It was great size, great color. I love that it was small. It just did its job. It just was very me at the time. This car itself has seen me in college, growing up through that, finding my partner, helping me through taking care of my mom because this was her car, and then I was taking her to dialysis a lot, and then eventually getting married. And after my marriage, this car has just been here. It's been here through my marriage and taking me from place to place, but it's at the last legs of its life. It's been at a time where it's getting scary. And if we want to move forward with traveling more and making a family, this car isn't going to be able to do that. So I ended up looking for a new car. I ended up looking through different companies, different brands, but for some reason, the one thing that stuck out was Subaru. Subaru to me has been seen as a hiking and camping and outdoorsy kind of car. And funnily enough, I brought this up to my wife and she was like, yeah, that's what I've always wanted. In the back of my head, I'd never really said it out loud. And she even uses Ford, and her whole family uses Ford. So I started looking. I was looking at the Forester and the Outback. I didn't think about the Crosstrek and Impreza, but those were just too small for what we were looking for the future. Switching between the Forester and the Outback, the Forester is more of an SUV while the Outback is a station wagon. As a result, I had tried to do a test drive. In my search, I didn't really want to go through dealerships because I know the reputation of dealerships and how they're trying to sell you, blah, 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 blah. And I had signed up for a dealership to see what a price was for a car, but I didn't want to get new and they're going to try to push you towards new. I ended up going through CarMax. I've asked around to a few people and they found CarMax reliable. Some of my friends have even bought from CarMax. So I ended up checking to see if I can reserve the car for 24 hours, which I did. Now, before I jump to that car reserve with the Outback, let me run you through my thought process with going towards the Outback. For the Outback, it is more of a station wagon. It's longer and it's kind of like an SUV, but it's like a mid-sized SUV. The Outback is really known to be a longer car. And I kind of like that. I'm coming from a hatchback, which is tiny and small, but a longer car with more room and SUV feeling would be great for my future family. Then there's the Forester. The Forester is also amazing with just enough capability as the Outback, but instead of being longer, it's more taller. There's more room clearance and it's 2 inches higher, as I've heard. And then there's a moonroof, so the top part is a lot higher. Now, deciding between these two, looking through Reddit and looking through different comparison videos of the cars, I ended up leaning more towards the Outback more and more. Because, yeah, the extra clearance is good. I'm pretty short. I don't really need that. And I wanted something that was smaller, but more compact feeling. And that's when I eventually landed on the Outback. Now, in my research, I was trying to figure out everything I wanted for a car. I wanted to still have knobs and the old school things like that because I don't like the new iPad screens that the newer Outbacks have. And then I also wanted it to just feel like a smooth drive. It would be used for long drives because that's what it's mostly going to be used for. In searching for that, I found a range of Outbacks that were perfect for me. The 2017 to 2019 Outback Touring. Those Tourings have a 6-cylinder, which makes it more punchy and more consistent when driving, and is more reliable and higher speeds and longer drives. Along with that, I ended up finding different colors of it. And what I ultimately landed on was getting the 2018 or 2019 Subaru Outback Touring Edition with 3.6R, which is essentially a 6-cylinder. It's got a green exterior with Java leather seats. It's for a price that can work for me. But enough about that. Let's jump into the car itself. So this is a Subaru Outback. This is one that I got on a test drive for 24 hours. I got it last night. I will say the process when I got someone, it was very smooth, but I did have to wait an hour and a half. But maybe it was just because it was like after work and it was just backed up. But I don't mind. I bought a book and I just read a book while I was waiting. So that was really not a big deal. The person I got though was amazing. It was great because Ralphie, shout out to Ralphie, CarMax, he was an amazing dude that, like, albeit being a little bit newer to CarMax, he listened to me when I was explaining all the work I've been doing to look into Subarus and into my car that I want. And he listened the whole time. He helped me out. He was great, very personable. But right now, I just want to show off the car. This is a Subaru Outback 2020 Limited XT. Oh gosh, don't fall, please. So it is big enough like an SUV. It's just slightly smaller than the Forester and 2 inches like lower than the Forester. But that's not a problem for me. I'm short, my wife is short, so it really is just a bigger car in general for us, regardless of the option. When it comes to the front here, it's nice. I'm coming from a 2012 Nissan Versa, so this is just a big change. It's going from a hatchback to a station wagon. So this is going from short to long, and also just slightly bigger as well. Now let me show you how it looks like in the driver's seat. Passenger seat is very nice. It has heated seats. The one I'm getting also has heated seats. It's made of leather. And then there's a nice little cubby here for people to put stuff. My wife's probably gonna put all of her chapstick in there. This is the part I hate about the newer versions. The newer versions have this giant iPad-like screen. Instead of getting the iPad screen, my version that I want to get is going to be smaller, half the size of this screen, and then the rest are real knobs, and that's what I really care for. I don't want to have a giant iPad screen while I'm driving, especially at night. Comes with 2 of these ports, very nice. 2 cup holders, very standard. Middle section here, the usual, you know. Parking brake. Wheel's pretty nice. The one I'm getting comes with a heated steering wheel, which is great. It'll be great for the winter. It'll be great for the fall. Welcome to the back seat. The back seat is pretty nice. It's spacious. A lot of leg room. I'm short, so this will be moved up, so whoever's behind me, if they're like 6 foot, they'll have a lot of leg room here. There's a lot of headroom too. It kind of curves up here, so that way if someone's sitting back here, it just feels like they have more room and their head isn't hitting the top. Because right here it curves down a bit. There's some nice charging ports back here. The heats are seated back here too. As you can see here, there's a little cup holder section for anyone that like is sitting in the back. I do like that because it makes it more road trippy. It makes it more available to go through, and yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the back seat. It's a back seat, and it's pretty spacious, pretty roomy. Back seat of my own car, but I probably wouldn't be. But I like it. Now let me show you the favorite part of this. There's these cool little flaps over here in the back that allow you to just bring the seats down automatically. Probably a lot of cars have it, but I've never had it before, so I think it's really cool. Coming to the back, there's this little cover portion. You do have to buy this. The one I'm getting doesn't have it, but I might just buy a cheap one so that way I could place a flap over it and cover my essentials that are here when it's not in use, and also so the sun doesn't get it during the day. Got a lot of brake at work. So, oh, that's deeper. What the heck? Oh, that's cool. Little uppity thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna just drive this. I'm gonna see if I can take this just to the school across the street and try to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, windows down a bit. Let's see how that feels. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad. You doing good back there? Doing good back there? Okay, doing good back there. I've driven around for a bit. This is all I'm really going to be able to do in terms of testing the driving. I tested it last night for a bit with my wife, but I did get to test a little bit more today during my break and throughout the day as well. Just going to different places and working from there. But I think what I'm gonna do from here is right after work, I'm going straight to CarMax so I can order the car I want, because I don't want it to get reserved. I don't want it to get taken before I can order it. While I don't have the car for the video now, I will be having it in about like a week. This is a 2018 Subaru Outback Touring Edition. My new car. So I initially was going to get this car in CarMax because it was the best version of the car with the green exterior and the touring edition that I was able to find in my area. That wasn't until I started searching farther out using different like Carfax or Capital One Auto Navigator methods of finding cars. And this car appeared when I went out by 100 miles from where I was instead of 50. And thankfully I did that, because I was able to find this exact same version that I wanted, that I was getting at CarMax for $4,000 cheaper and 2,000 less miles. So I asked my wife, how about we try and go on Saturday and check it out? And we did. We drove 2 hours with my old car and did a final goodbye with it by driving it there. And once we got there, we were able to even negotiate it down $2,000 more after inspecting it and talking with them. And of course, you know, doing the usual car things at a dealership, and got it down to $18,000. It's great. It's in perfect condition with a few scuffs here and there with the leather, with some scuffs on the outside from previous owners. But overall, I'm happy with it. I can't wait to do more videos in this car. I can't wait to do more skills that require me to be in other places. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.